Rogers. Today we are adding and subtracting fractions, and can you?
Yes.
Fraction is part of what number? What's the whole number, though? Fraction is always part of the number 1. What's the top part of a fraction called?
Numerator.
Bottom part?
Denominator.
And then when you're dealing with fractions, no matter what do you always look at first?
Denominator.
The first thing you always look at is the denominator, and we call that what method again? Top gun. What's another name for common denominator? Like denominator. Nice. That's not even in there. You guys just know that. Okay, here we go. This was our problem. 1/7 plus 3/7, right? What's the first thing we look at?
Denominator.
And what do we know about the denominator?
They're the same.
So your answer is going to have the same denominator, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to find a common denominator because you already have it. So when adding or subtracting fractions, this time we're adding, what do we add? The numerators, denominators, both, 1? Just the numerators, right? So what's 1 plus 3, everybody?
4.
Is this your proof right here?
Yes.
1/7 is right there. 3/7 is right there. If you add them together, we have a total of 4/7, yes?
Yes.
How about this one? Denominator is the same?
Yes.
So can we just subtract?
Yes.
So what's 5 minus 1?
4.
But that's not the answer, right?
Yes.
Why isn't that the answer? You can reduce it, and we reduce it using a common factor. You guys got to get those straight in your head. A factor helps you reduce, right? So a factor is a number that goes into another number. Okay, how about number 8? Whoa, boy. We have 2/5, so here was our problem. 2/5 plus 1/7. So you see the problem, right? What do you know about the denominators? They're not the same. So do we need to find a common denominator? So what number does 5 and 7 both go into?
35.
So 35 down here is actually called a So it's a multiple, right? So we put our 35s down below. Do you need to put your new denominators below each of the fractions?
Yes.
Yes? Then what do we do after we put our denominators? What do we make? We make our bubbles. So I'm making my bubbles. So everything in red I've done so far. And how do I get from 5 to 35? Times 7. If I multiply the bottom by 7, I multiply the top by the same thing. So what's 2 times 7?
14.
And then what do I multiply this 7 by to get to 35?
5.
What do I multiply the top by?
5.
Now I have, so that's 5, right? Now I have fractions with common denominators, yes?
Yes.
35 stays 35. And 14 plus 5.
19.
19 over 35. We good? Okay, so let me get this right. First thing I do is top gun the denominators, yes or no?
Yes.
Second thing I do is find common denominators, yes or no?
Yes.
Third thing I do is make bubbles, yes or no?
Yes.
And then the last thing I do after I make my bubbles is I find equivalent fractions for the given fractions, right?
Yes.
Then after that, you just add or subtract or whatever you need to do. You guys good with this?